Hi, it's Erik Paulsen. Welcome to the video conversation this week. We're going to jump right into our questions. Actually, the first question is an email that came in from Sharon in Eden Prairie. She writes in, Dear Congressman Paulsen, as your constituent, I urge you to support passage of the Women Air Force Service Pilot Arlington Internment Restoration Act. Women Air Force Service Pilots, or WASPs, performed a critical service during World War II, one that we should honor. Please do all you can to pass this important bill. Sincerely, Cher. Actually, Cher, thanks for letting me know of your support for that bill. It's a very important issue that you raised. Actually, in World War II, during that time, there were about 1,000 women, over 1,000, that actually trained as Women Air Force Service Pilots, WASPs. And actually, they helped test their aircraft, they helped train others, and they flew missions in the United States. They've never had the recognition that they should deserve, including the ability to be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. But thankfully, the House acted with swift bipartisan support this week, passing legislation that will allow those service members, the WASPs, to actually be buried in our nation's most sacred cemetery. Next up is an email also that comes in from Heidi in Independence, and Heidi writes in, Dear Representative Paulsen, I write today to urge you to serve as a co-sponsor of the Bipartisan Child Protection Improvements Act. This legislation will provide thousands of organizations serving youth and vulnerable populations with access to FBI background checks on potential volunteers and employees. Thank you for all of your support, Heidi. Actually, Heidi, thanks for your support in mentioning that legislation. There's no doubt that every year there are thousands and thousands of volunteers that volunteer for great organizations that deal with children. It might be the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, Big Sisters and Big Brothers and Sisters, as well as the YMCA. A recent pilot program that was done over an 8-year period did find that about 6% of these individuals that come into contact with children, when they ran them through a test record, found that they were a person or a record of interest. That's something that we should be paying attention to. And so I have signed up as a co-sponsor of this legislation that will allow these organizations to have access to FBI background information. So background checks can be done. It's completely voluntary and up to the organization, but it will be and serve as a new venue to making sure we're screening appropriate folks out that shouldn't have contact with children. Hopefully that legislation will move in the near future. I want to wish everyone a great weekend and a wonderful week coming up. Continue to stay in touch. You can reach out on Facebook, on Twitter, of course on Instagram now, and you can reach me at paulsen.house.gov.